We're live here, guys. We're getting going here. We're talking little Purdy, little toe injuries with Burrow. They upset the Steelers on Thursday. Episode 232 here, Sunday morning. Got the crew with me. Got Brian, the main man, Johnson down there. Casey Breyer, Tyler McGurk. I'm Darren Breyer here with you. Fatboy FadeAway. We got a lot to get into this week. Johnson, how's it down south? How are we doing this week?
I was just really busy. Last Friday was crazy. They wanted like 6 boxes going to an attorney's office over at Costa Mesa. I had to pick them up in Oceanside. It was like, and I didn't have a dolly, so I had to like man up, and like they're really heavy boxes. But it worked out because my boss is going to give me a bonus for doing it. So
There you go.
Looked like that arm was getting a little bigger over there.
It's a little.
yeah, I definitely felt it in my arms, man.
That's good. Tyler, what was your week? You guys did a little TMB action, right? You guys did a little TMB.
Yeah, TMB little break. We'll be back. I've been good though, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, Giants look like they're about to get a manager. Basketball starting up. College basketball starting, which I'm excited for. And we're in the middle of the NFL, so it's a great time to be a sports fan.
That is true, Case. We were just talking college football onto it. That's kind of a random part of the year. In the middle part, you're starting to get some good matchups with it. We got that going on. We'll get into a little college football. There were some upsets yesterday. We get to I was showing the guys the hit. It was the late game here, Florida State Stanford. Guy got absolutely destroyed on that game. But I guess if we start out kind of pivoting back to last week a little bit, how did you guys feel? We talked about the Niners going into it. Brian, you felt confident they were going to get the W. I would say Jones didn't play awful. He played kind of like a backup in the sense he made those bad picks, bad interceptions. But other than that, I thought he played really well again. Made some plays out there. He can't run the ball. Right now, it seems like very well. Like they're not getting explosive plays off of it. And then, of course, Fred Warner goes down with the injury. What was your takeaway, Johnson, from the Niners going to 4-2 after the loss last week on the road?
Yeah, I mean, losing Warner was definitely devastating. That's a big injury. You can't undersell how good he is on the Niners defense, but the more that I've been thinking about it, I think people need to stop panicking so much. The Niners are still a good football team, and I think it's going to make a big difference having Kittle back this week. So,
I mean, what do you think, T?
It was a tough loss. I could see it coming. All the injuries have caught up. The Fred Warner just demoralized us in the first half. The defense stopped getting stops. And Baker Mayfield played great. So credit to Baker Mayfield. That 3rd and 14 run was unbelievable. And then the throw to Tez Johnson to kind of not put us away in the time, but ended up being the gut punch that kind of took us out of the game. I thought Mac Jones played really well. Yeah, he did have 2 interceptions, but at the last one, he had to force the ball down the field. We needed points, and we needed 8. So it is what it is. I thought he played good. It's the running game. The offensive line needs to show up. The inside 3 guys suck. They can't block anybody. It's a sieve in pass rush and in the run game. Trent needs to step up. McKivitz has been good. And then hopefully George Kittle coming back opens up the run game more than the pass game. Like the pass game's been efficient and pretty good all year. It's the run game. Hopefully Kittle on the field can make a big difference, which he has in the past.
Yeah, I mean, you can't understate that. You get your one of your prime players back. Kittle's supposed to be that guy, like you said, can block, kind of your safety blanket a little bit. It's part of the attitude of that team. And you've lost your 2 players on defense that kind of are your core guys, I would say. So it's important to get Kittle back, who's also one of those core guys. Yeah, it might be on the offensive end, but he's one of the personalities on the team. So a big gang getting him back for sure. And then, I mean, I don't know, like the whole Mac Jones thing. I mean, I think I'm impressed. I'm not. I mean, he threw that he did throw that one really bad pick last week, but other than that, he's been impressive as a backup. He gave him another chance to win last week, but then when you just have Fred Warner, who we talk up every week, go down, breaks his ankle. I mean, that's just a game changer in that sense. I do think, like Brian said, there's enough time of the year to where they can still figure it out, and Solid can figure it out. But it is tough when you lose a cornerstone player like that on defense. But the Niners have a tendency to find guys that step up. So we'll see if their kind of track record works that way. So I don't know. Case, your thoughts on the Niners falling to the Bucs last week?
Lights out. That's what it is. They're done, Brian.
You guys had a pleasant
He's
exchange on the text.
about beating the hapless Titans. It's typical Casey.
No, I'm just for real though. I suck to see Fred Warner go down. He's like my favorite football player to watch. Like him and Max Crosby are probably like 1A, 1B. It's just I think it was like a fractured ankle and a dislocation, which is not anything good, but hopefully he can recover and be like the normal Fred Warner he was. But watching that game though, man, Baker Mayfield was like a reincarnated right-handed like Steve Young from the Bucs. It was crazy. He's just like running, making these crazy plays, throwing lasers all over the field to God knows who. I don't even know, like Tez Johnson and just random guys out there. He's missing like 3 of his best players, and he's just making it happen. So I think the Niners, they actually played a good game. They just ran into a quarterback who's probably leading MVP right now. So, I mean, the Niners, they actually played a good game all in all. It's just Baker just does Baker things this year. He's got 4 come from behind wins. So I think the Niners will be fine. I think Mac Jones actually done a hell of a job. Purdy, I don't know. I guess you just keep resting Purdy for now until he gets healthy. I don't know.
Rest up the soup bone. How many weeks has it been for Purdy now? If he misses this week, is that 4 weeks now? 4 games, right?
Week 2, and he played week 1 and week 3.
Okay, yeah, that's right. He did not. He missed game 2. He probably should have just sat that one out or sat out week 3, based on that. Kind of how he's been. Do you guys get a feeling when he might be back? Are you like hearing anything from the media, like, or what he's feeling?
It should be. Hit Amper saw to be back next week.
Yeah, I mean, he practiced every day this week, so it was limited, but he still practiced.
So, what's the Niners fan like mindset now? It's like, you know what I mean? You lost, like, is it still Super Bowl? Like, that's where your expectations are, or you're like, all right, we have about 5% chance now to win the Super Bowl. You obviously have a better chance than the Dolphins or the Raiders, or those things. But like, where are you guys at in terms of like your mindset of where this team can actually go, Tyler? They're averaging the 3rd worst running, 82.2 yards per game. Only the Titans and Bengals are averaging worse. That obviously has to change. So what's your percentage with all these injuries kind of piling up, but you do get Kittle back? What's the confidence level? Where are we at with this?
Like winning a Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Winning a Super Bowl. I think you mentioned 5%. I'll give them. The defense, I gotta see it. My whole thing going forward is let's be entertaining, win close games. We're not going to blow anybody out anymore. It's not like we're going to overmatch teams with this raw talent because our defense isn't great at rushing the passer and we can't run the ball. So, like, without those 2 things, you're going to be in close games. So, just find ways to win close games and then be entertaining. The offense, I hope, can just move the ball up and down like they have so far this year.
I saw Jennings and Shanny had a nice little exchange. Shanny said he's a competitor. That's what he said. So that's what he said, Johnson. He's a competitor out there. And isn't Pearsall out today too?
Yeah, he's supposed to come back next week with her.
But the Jordan Watkins is going to make his debut this week.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And Nick Martin.
You've been calling Watkins for a while. You've been
I would say it's better than 5%. I would probably put it more at 10 or 15% if I'd be honest.
Feeling a little better. I mean, you still got Purdy that could come back and make a big play there. I mean, he was one of your top quarterbacks.
The offensive line can improve and get better, and somebody could step up on defense like Nick Martin.
Expand on that. Who are these guys? I don't know who you're talking about. What position do they play?
Nick Martin's
a linebacker. We took him out Oklahoma State. He's going to be really good for the future.
Oklahoma.
So is that the guy replacing Warner?
No, right now it's a guy named Beth Moon from Florida State. He's the guy who nailed Jada Daniels at one college.
So he's the second-year player?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He had led the team in tackles. He missed an assignment on a pass to the Johnson & Johnson firm against the Bucs last week. And I don't know. He seemed like he was decent. We'll see.
So you
Well,
guys
knowing
don't.
you guys, he'll be an all-pro. And
We
like,
need a pass rush.
Yeah, that's definitely lacking for sure. That is obviously a big part of it. And then, but Mayfield, he had a lot of injuries too last week. It's not like the Bucks were like completely healthy as well last week. So, um, he's legitimately having an MVP year, huh? Like he's like right now, the first like half of the season,
He's the favorite.
he's probably right up there as the favorite, I would say.
I think it's like the fourth most passing yards through, was it 5 games, something like that. I mean, he's slinging the football. I mean, it doesn't matter who's on the field; he's going to let that thing.
No, he
rip.
was awesome last week. Brian, this is what I was thinking about when you were talking about your boxes.
Hey, fellas, this is what you work all off season for. This is why you lift all them weights. This is why you do all that.
You can lift those boxes. That's why we do it right there. So you can lift those.
That's why you get on that.
Bill Parcells for you. There's a little Bill Parcells. That's why we lift all those weights. We got to get ready for the. We got to get ready
You
for
are
anything.
the dolly, Brian. You
You
are.
You are the dolly with it. So I would say
the last thing I would want to see on the Niners is I'm going to give Shanahan the benefit of the doubt. I think he's been a great coach this year, so I think he can get things turned around with this team.
And your kicker's finally delivered. You're finally getting something out of your kicker.
Panero, we call him.
What did you guys think on did you guys watch the game that Moody kicked that off, the 4 out of 5 field
Yeah,
goal?
the Bears one.
Did you guys when it came down, they got the fourth one blocked? I was like, oh man! I was like, this guy can't catch a break anywhere he goes. And then thankfully, Jaden Daniels decided to throw it into the guy's belly, and he gets one more chance. But I was just like, man, if he didn't get that field goal the last one, I don't know how much confidence you can have after, like, I don't know. I think that's a big redemption for him and the Bears, actually.
It was a big win for the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, after the Hail Mary last year in Washington and all that fiasco, and so
the Commanders blew that too, though.
Fumble.
That's what I'm saying. He threw the ball into the belly of the running back.
No, it's not.
What you need to do is hand it off, and you win the game. But.
Well, just for ratings, I'm worried about the Niners. I think they're gonna. I'm a little worried, Johnson, that they can't get to 500 now. Well, this is scary times right now. They're 4-2. They got the Falcons coming in. Bijan Robinson, 35 fantasy points, just took me out.
But what Falcons team is showing up? The one that got beat 30-0 by the Panthers, or what team's showing up?
Hey, the Panthers are.
That's my thing on the Falcons is that they don't show up for some of these games. So
Panthers are a good team. You need to apologize. They're 3-3 now, Brian. You were talking crap earlier. Where you at now?
Come on, Brian.
You said they're going to win the division over.
They're
Baker.
3-3.
You think they're beating Baker Potato? They beat up the Bucks.
Bryce Young, comeback player of the year, looking good here, Brian.
Prediction, just like he still thinks the Raiders are going to the playoffs.
Super Bowl, not playoffs.
This week's a big week.
they're all big weeks.
And right back down to reality.
Sunday night football. You get Bijan. The Falcons have played every game in a dome except one, and that was to those Carolina Panthers, and they lost 30-0. Are you guys a fan of a stadium and not a roof and not a roof type of thing? If it is, the Niners should do well tonight, as they've scored no points outdoors. The Falcons this year, so maybe that's something you guys can lead on. Michael Penix looked good last night or last week against there, but then you have Bijan, who might be one of the best running backs in the NFL. You guys get the job done tonight, though, Tyler. Do you get the W tonight?
I think we do. I think it's going to be 32-29. I think the Niners find a way to win. The Falcons are a damn good team when they're clicking with London and Bijan Robinson. Like, that's probably one of the best wide receiver running back combos in the NFL. It's got to be close. But the Falcons, Penix, inconsistent. He had a good game last week. He's due for a bad game. But like I said before, there's not going to be much pressure on him. And when he has time, he's pretty lethal. It's going to be a high score. Hopefully the Niners win. I'm not feeling confident about it.
Tyler or Brian, Niners win. What's the score?
34-28.
Man, both of you guys got high scoring games. High scoring. That means they get the running game going if we get that high on the scoring board. I gotta believe C-Mac gets going then if you like that. That would be my guess. Case, Niners lose what? What's the score?
Oh, it'll be nice. Every
Okay.
time I've said the Niners are gonna lose, they win. So I gotta reverse this up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 24-17 Niners.
I'm going to go Falcons win 21-20. I think the Falcons pull it out against the Niners today. I just gotta. I feel like with the there's just something with the injuries that I'm like wondering if they can keep fighting the hurdle. Like I don't know.
I'm
Like
with you.
I'm expecting a little drop. It doesn't mean they can't shoot back up at some point. But I'm just I don't know. I'd be impressed again if they pull out another W in a situation like that. So
What happened to those out of the Falcons lines, guys? I don't ever
They're
hear.
around.
they're around. They like kind of same idea. Like they just couldn't do things with life as much happening, so they just don't do as many shows as they used to. But they've done a few shows this year. They've kind of got back on the mic. John there has got back on. I saw him a few times. They've done a few post game shows. I saw it so well. What do you guys? Anything else that you guys are expecting from tonight, Tyler? Anything? Something like anything NFL wise? On your mind? What do you got?
I know we're gonna have Chris Collinsworth with the backhanded compliments and the snide remarks.
Fan of Chris? Not a fan.
We're on there.
Sunday night, you get Carrie Underwood, get her singing to start off the show, so that's a good start for it. What do you think, T?
It's kind of a bad slate of football today. Like just running through the teams. The Raiders Chiefs are interesting because the Raiders are only playing tough. I'm not really invested. But outside of that, the Monday night game of Bucks Lions is like the only game that would really blow your socks off as far as the matchup goes. Kind of a lackluster Sunday.
Rams up 21-0 right now.
I was wrong about Matthew Stafford. The guy's a beast right now, and he hasn't lost a goddamn thing. He's unbelievable.
What were you saying, Case?
Is there a London game today?
Yeah, 21-0 Rams right now over the Wild Kids.
Stafford 15 for 23 touchdowns.
He's already tearing it up on that side. So we'll see what you guys are. Still in a spot, still have a chance, but they've got to run the ball a little bit. The Niners on that side. I think the Raiders the Chiefs looked darn good last week. They looked back a little bit against the Lions, and that scares me as they go into a matchup against the Raiders here. So I don't like the Raiders' chances in a game like this. Case I just don't see Geno going on the road and playing well. I just don't see it. Even though the running back's doing better, I don't see a win in this situation.
I would be shocked, pleasantly surprised. It would probably make my Sunday the happiest Sunday I've had for a while. But I mean, Brock Bowers is out. I believe Jacoby Myers has been ruled out. The Chiefs get Rashid Rice back, so it's like we're losing and they're gaining, and the Chiefs they look like they're hitting their stride already. So it's going to be it's in Kansas City. It could be like a Bears game massacre. You cannot go down 10-0 because if you go down 10-0, the game's over in the first quarter.
First quarter, we don't want to see that. That is not something we don't want to see. I mean, at least give us a little entertainment till the second quarter.
No block kicks, no interceptions, no fumbles. If they just beat us clean and we suck, I can accept it. But just no 3 turnover games and no dumb special teams, and just play a clean game for once this year. I don't think we've had a game without a turnover. So
not one game without a turnover. That's impressive.
I don't believe so. So.
You guys don't have a turnover all year. You haven't forced one turnover.
Geno leads the league in interceptions with 9. So,
well, I know. Oh, you mean the plus-minus turnover difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the Niners haven't had an interception this year.
They haven't had an interception in 16 games or 13 games. It's an NFL record at this point.
I thought the Raiders had a run like that for a while too last year, like where they couldn't get a pick for forever. I was watching the documentary. I don't know why I wanted to watch it. I hadn't seen it in a while, but that Bullies of Baltimore with about the 2000 Ravens, and I forgot how bad their offense was. They didn't score a touchdown for 5 weeks. It took them 5 weeks that season to score one touchdown. Remember the good old Tony Banks was the quarterback of that team, and there was a guy in the city of Baltimore it was like after the first week said He said he's going to sleep on his roof until they scored a touchdown, and he was up there for 28 days until they scored a touchdown. I thought that was hilarious. And so fans will do crazy stuff. Yeah, you were talking about the slates of game here a little bit. Yeah, Dolphins Browns, that doesn't really do anything for you. Is that what you're telling me there? I would say
Patriots,
Eagles Vikings, and then randomly Colts Chargers, I guess, would be decent as well, as that would be the other game. And Jets, and then Buccaneers Lions Monday night. I think that's probably your best game of the week.
Yeah.
In terms of matchup there.
Giants Broncos with Cam Scatterbo, Jackson Darty became interesting. I mean, at least it's the Broncos, and you get those two guys.
White Lightning. White Lightning.
That's a good one. Going lightning rods. You White Lightning's good.
They got the White Lightning there. So you got those NFL slate games this week's as well. What I wanted to look at early was some of our as the guy that's as a early running was. I did find it fascinating when I did watch the Thursday night game. Just how Joe Flacco can come in, and I don't know, like it just randomly has a good game. Does this like anything at all that would sustain, or is it this just like lightning in a bottle type of situation? You know what I mean? Like he does have good receivers. He throws the ball well. We know that he can't move very well, but I mean, still, So, do you think the Bengals get any? I mean, they have unreal receivers, so they just have anybody that can throw the ball. You saw Jamar Chase can dominate. Like, do the Bengals have any hope? I mean, after a big win like that, any hope?
Yeah.
Somebody.
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, they're 3-4. That was a huge win. They play the Jets next week.
3-3. Yeah.
And then they have 2 byes. They play the Jets, then have a bye, and then they play. I mean, that sets you up right there. Baltimore is still 1-5, and I mean, Gene Hackman said it best: winners want the ball. Joe Flacco, man, he wanted that pill, dude. He was slinging that thing. I mean, how smart can you be? Just throw it to Jamar Chase like 21 times, 23 times. I mean, T. Higgins is a beast too. I mean, their offensive line actually, I don't know if it's a Joe Burrow thing, but Joe Flacco is getting rid of that thing fast. Like, I mean, he was like, no, I'm not even going to take a chance for a toe injury. He's just letting that thing fly. It looked like our old buddy Drew Bennett slants for days, just slants and slants. I was like, but I guess you got to give up something because, I mean, Chase Brown was running the pill like all day too. So I think it's sustainable. Like, I think it's very reasonable to see them actually be in the hunt for this.
Any final thoughts on that? T, you got any final thoughts on that?
I mean, I think Joe Flacco has the right idea. Just throw the ball to Jamar Chase 23 times, like Casey. I think some quarterbacks overthink things when you have good enough receivers, and then you have T. Higgins on the other side. Oh, they're clearly doubling Jamar. I'll take the one-on-one deep ball. And then the running game is the part that I don't see as sustainable. They ran the ball really well. I don't see them doing that every week. And without that, it kind of closes things down and it makes it easier to game plan against. If they can keep running the ball, yeah, I'll give Joe a chance, but the defense still stinks. If they make the playoffs with Joe Flacco.
I mean, the AFC North is trash, though.
Steelers aren't bad.
No,
they just lost to them, but
they're not running away with it.
No, that's going to be a 10-7.
Baltimore still has like a pretty reasonable chance, which I don't get, of winning the division. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. 1-5 seems like a long time to come back and win a division. But
with the worst defense so far this year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, the Browns. I don't think they're in play right now.
They just traded Joe Flacco.
How dumb do you look? I mean, how dumb are they? Like, why would you trade like a quarterback to your own division to a team that needs a quarterback? That's the dumbest thing I've seen in a long time.
Maybe they like the Bengals more than the Steelers. They're like F over the Steelers and help
Mike Tomlin knew it best, but he's like, I don't understand it. Maybe Andrew Berry's smarter than me, and then they're like, well, it makes sense because Joe Flacco is 7-1 against Mike Tomlin. So maybe he knew something. Like, that's the best interview he ever had when he was talking about, like, telling his guys about Anthony Richardson. He's like, hey, whatever you do, keep this guy upright. You know, don't hurt him, sack him, whatever, but don't get him hurt. He's like, yeah, we hurt him, and Joe Flacco came in, and we lost. I'm like, I've never heard a coach say don't hurt the quarterback, so the guy comes in.
He doesn't do anything like that. He's nowhere. They're like, no, he's fine. I'd just be interested if he could get any life with them. They do have the weapons in that situation, so I'd be curious if they're
I
able to.
thought the funniest thing was somebody trying to hug Rogers after a touchdown and saying, "Get off of me" or something.
Get off my lawn.
His own offensive lineman.
All right, so yeah, I'm kind of with Tyler a little bit. Not the sexiest matchups this week, but I'd say the afternoon games aren't bad, and then the Sunday night game's a decent game here. And then we got Monday night. We got the Bucks and the Lions. Do you like the doubleheader Monday nights? What we got 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock this week. You guys a fan of those or not really?
Yeah, I mean they can be. It just depends on the matchups, you know.
Yeah, but do you like that there's 2 games? Like this one's stretched out. They've been doing some where it's like 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, right? And then they do one now. This one they're going 4 and 7. Do you like it when they're closer together or farther apart so you can watch both?
I'd say further apart because unless you have like a double screen type thing, it's gonna kind of suck because you have to jump back and forth between the 2 games.
That's where I got to hit up Papa's. You got the TVs there, Brian. You got to hit up both over there. When are you coming into town again?
December 27th, 2 days after Christmas, and I'm staying all the way till January 5th.
There's gonna be some partying there, right? We're gonna do. There's gonna be some. We'll do a little party there. Got a little.
We're not doing Merry Christmas.
No berries. No, we're not going to berries.
We're going to own there. Say you should put the tab on the house. BJ's here. So.
when you come in the town, Brian, we'll play that song for you. One good looking boy.
One good looking boy. We got that song. We'll have it right there for him.
I think that song gets the most references on this podcast.
It's an interesting song.
I know when Adam went to a game with us, it was listening that he said only in Oakland.
I was looking at this random stuff on like NFL. I was trying to do like a would you rather NFL thing, quarterback. There's one question on this one website that I thought was ridiculous. But would you rather have a quarterback be a Christian or an atheist? I thought I just thought it was great.
I just want to win.
Exactly. I just thought it was great. Like you're like, well, this guy's an atheist. First round pick, automatic. We go. This guy. We're like this guy. This guy. Where's based on that?
Is it a born again Christian or just a Christian?
Yeah, he's born into his family. No. I don't want that. We don't want that. We want to go the other way. All right. So that's the NFL for this week as well. Real quick, obviously we got the Warriors starting up on Tuesday. It feels early.
It's Christmas time for these guys. They love them Warriors.
Who loves more? Is it us loving the Warriors or you loving the Niners? It's got to be you loving the Niners more, right? I mean, if we were ranking it,
the Warriors. Like I remember going over to this guy's house and they would stink the big one, and he'd always be putting on the pregame with Bob Fitzgerald and
Jim Barnett.
I still got to give you more credit, Johnson. I got to say you could make a good run. I mean, it'll be like May 3rd, and you're like, the Niners have picked up third string defensive tackle from Norfolk State. I mean, me and you might be competing at that level. I mean, in terms of that, your passion for the Niners.
That D-League Warriors talk.
Oh God, don't give me G League Warriors stuff on that stuff. But they do play your Lakers on Tuesday. They play your Lakers. No LeBron. He's out for it. The Warriors are projected to get 47.5 wins, according to BetMGM. That seems high. I would go lower than that. What do you guys think? 47.5 for the season total wins.
I thought the total was like 43.5. I'd go lower than 40. So that's a ton of wins in the West.
And the one I saw had them at 52.
I know that was the one I saw on ESPN. I was like, good God, 52.
52?
Yeah, the Thunder are the most at 59 projected, I think.
Yep. And then the website I'm using, they have Oklahoma City at 62.5. That's they got them there at the and then the Knicks are at 53.5. That seems kind of high to me. The Rockets at 52.5. And then the Cavaliers are at 56.5. So those are like your main ones. The Celtics a big drop, obviously, with the injury to Tatum. They're at 41.5 there as well.
What
So
isn't ironic in the Lakers the first game after Tyler called Luka fat? Is that gonna? Luka's gonna be a little pumped up for this matchup.
he did. He showed out. We got his workout videos this summer.
I wasn't the only one who called him that.
Husky, is it Husky?
It was a big boy last year.
So what do we get? I mean, are the Warriors 40? What do you think their total is then? Are they lucky to get a 10 seed again?
I don't know. I guess you put it like that. I have a lot more faith in it. I think they'll be in the top. I think they'll be around 6, 5, 6, probably closer.
The water
get out of that.
higher for the Warriors than it is for the Niners for Tyler.
The confidence level?
Yeah.
I don't know. He does have a little bit more confidence in the Niners. Maybe it's because Steph Curry.
I think it's because of championship success in the last 10 years. My God, like it's not heartbreaking at the end of every year.
That is true.
With the Warriors, I've had some like woo in my whole lifetime since 94, 95. It's hard to come around and be like.
And Steve Kerr or Kyle Shanahan.
Steve Kerr, the second greatest coach in NBA history.
Tyler would butter up Steven if he had to. I mean, this is like no, he loves.
You for Kyle too, though.
You do.
I have the same like, but one wins championships and one gets people to championships.
The way the Niners season ends is always like Game 7 against Kyrie Irving. That's how the Niners season always ends, and it's just like somehow you guys find a way to find like a loss that's even more excruciating than the one prior to. I don't know.
Think about it. We lost 3 Super Bowls in the last 15 years. We lost the NFC Championship game to the Giants in overtime on a damn punt return that the guy couldn't catch. And then we lose to the Rams in the NFC Championship on a Jaquaski Tart easy interception, ice the game, and we lose. So, like, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'm a Niners fan right now.
It's never. And then the nastiest thing I've ever seen was Navarro Bowman. Yeah.
They actually won that game somehow.
Yeah. But it was at a price.
We make the playoffs, and the Raiders don't at all. So we're better than the Raiders.
How the Raiders
you
get
can't
brought
hurt
up
me with that anymore, Brian. In 25 years, I'm dead to it.
I saw this lady at we're at Wolf, and she's a Dolphins fan, and this guy was like complaining about the Niners. He's like, "Oh yeah, they got they're blah blah blah," and she's like, "Will you just shut up?" She's like, "I'm a Dolphins fan." I thought it was great. She's like, "Will you just shut up?" She's like, "Stop complaining, man." You're like, I'm tired of hearing you guys Niners fans complain. Oh, you're 4-2. Yeah, like I thought this lady, like I was like, wow, nice job. I was like, man, this is the biggest win a Dolphins fans had a couple of years. I was
Thank God, right?
It must have been warm out at that time because if it's cold, they don't win.
It's cold, but no, well, she was more just like saying, "Shut up," complaining about the Dolphins and all that stuff. So. Back to the Warriors real quick as we kind of get just they get started. I think they probably end up in the play-in game at best. I think that's probably where they go. They're going to try to manage Curry's minutes. They're going to try to manage Butler's minutes. These guys aren't going to be in full go. You know they're going to miss games. Who knows what's going to happen with Kuminga? That whole drama situation that's going to play out throughout the year. They're big still. I mean, are we going to rely on 39-year-old Al Horford to dominate? I don't know. You got Quentin Post. Jackson does his thing. Davis at the center position. I still don't have any confidence in the bigs. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. When it comes to the Warriors. So until they actually, for me, get a legit big defensively, I'm not gonna have faith in them at this point.
Would you say this is the most like competent team since our last championship to open the season? I know they gathered it all late, which is not how you'd like to do it, but they have guys who know how to play basketball for the first, like 8 of the guys who actually like play at a high level when they're right. They are injury prone and they are very old, so they will miss a lot of games like you mentioned. But when they're all right, if they can stay all right, which every NBA season rarely works out that way, I think this is the best roster they've had since Jordan Poole didn't get punched in the face going into a season.
I don't know. I don't. It's a solid one, but I still have a lot of issues with the depth at the big position, and I saw they let Seth Curry go. They're going to cite him again in like 2 weeks because of a salary cap thing there. So I don't know. I just have some questions overall.
Well, what are those questions you have outside of the big? Because I think Horford's an upgrade over anything they've had since probably Bogut, even at 39 years old. He's better than prime Zaza.
I'm a little worried defensively too, where they're going to be at. I mean, they really weren't very good last year in that category. They were so inconsistent, and a lot of that was because they always have to rotate these guys in and out because of veterans. And I just thought they were. And then if Steph Curry doesn't play, what's always the biggest issue? They can't score. So like
I agree with that. We're not winning when he doesn't play.
I don't know. Those are my biggest issues that I kind of find with them is the depth. Their depth to cover any missing time, which you need in the NBA. Can't rely on everybody.
They actually have depth this year. Not like great. No one has great depth where you can miss superstars and still win. Like
I'd rather have the Niners' depth than the
No, you would not. That is not true.
Come on, you guys are throwing guys out there.
Is Darren ever optimistic about any team ever? I mean, let's be real. He's always pessimistic.
I said they'll make the playoffs.
Same thing with the A's back in the day. Is like some things never change. Pay taxes, the sun rising, and Darren's negative about his team.
I'm not a bootlicker. I'm not a bootlicker, Johnson. I'm gonna say that's what I think. I don't think, and I was right last year about him.
But you were optimistic when they were terrible. You back in the day, you'd be like, "Oh, what a signing!" Like,
well, I thought Antoine's baby hook could get it done for us. I thought he could. I thought he could get it done. It changes the expectations. Yes, they're gonna do good. Let's go. Like ESPN has them projected to be the second best team in the West. I just don't see it. That's all. I don't.
They played well once they acquired Butler last year. The defense did get a lot better. Like we can't ignore these facts too. Like
yeah,
I'm saying they're old, so they're gonna have scheduled losses where they just
it was just that last playoff series. I mean, if you
Steph was hurt. They're not winning without Steph.
Okay, so I guess that's my biggest thing is I'm not saying obviously if he's not healthy they're not winning, but I'm just saying like that's the depth I worry about is like they used to be able to win games when he wasn't in there, and it's like they can't. It's like they suck completely. It's like can we get to 83 points? It's like you know what I mean when he doesn't play at times, and that's where it gets frustrating.
Well, that's on Pajensky.
It's on who, Steve?
Yeah, on Pajensky.
Yeah, big pods. You're right.
It's a big year for him and Moody. Moody looks great so far. I think the Warriors are going to win it all this year. I really do.
Win it all?
I think they're going to finish probably, I think, third or fourth in the West this year. Just about there. They'll have home court probably for the first round for sure. Second round. And, I think they'll probably be top 3, top 4. I think it's just their year. It's kind of like how they won it when in the Boston year, 2022. I just feel like they got the right pieces this time. They got the right veterans, kind of like how we had, just certain guys like fill that role that you need professionals at those spots. And I really think this is the year that I don't see anyone overly dominant. I guess, like the Celtics take a step back with Tatum. Philadelphia with Joel Embiid, he's always going to get injured.
But what about the West? The Thunder and the Nuggets. You think we could get through them?
No.
Yeah, I do.
That's no chance, I think.
I do. I see it differently than you guys, but I mean,
and that's fair. You're allowed to.
I don't think it's that far off. I mean, last year, I think that was a pretty good run with the team that was probably like a B- team, to be honest. It was put together and assembled late, so I think that kind of helped. But I think the cohesion with everything, and I think guys like Moody, seeing him step up, Pajensky, I always kind of rip on him, but I think it's their time to make that next step. They have to. This was year 3 for Pajensky, I think, and like year 5 for Moody, something like that. So I think it's time that these guys in Kuminga, he got his money. Maybe he's not.
It's time,
but at least they're set in stone. There's no drama this year. It's time, man. Horford, I love it, like you said. So I really do, man. Steph Curry's the greatest basketball player probably left besides LeBron. Him and Kevin Durant. I think he's got one more chip in him. I really do.
You kind of took a shot at Pajensky, but he is an important part of this team if they do win a championship.
He's just frustrating.
He's gonna have to take a huge step up, and I feel like you saying they're gonna win a championship is like kind of a backing of him, because without him, they do need a guy to score when Steph's not on the court, and that's going to be his job at times.
Yeah,
Pods
I
will
think
be a
it's
big
just
part of it.
consistency for Pajensky and Moody. Moody looks like a whole different player this year. I swear, I've always been high on him. I was high on Kuminga, but I think Moody's his intangibles or his defense is going to be really huge this year, especially on the perimeter.
Jake Moody will be important to the Bears kicking game here as we finish it out. Oh no, he's talking about Moses Moody over here. That's what he's got. You were talking about one-offs. How about this guy? Last other night going 3 deep home runs?
Ohtani, did he? Ohtani! Ohtani has done it again! His 3rd home run!
Greatest single playoff game ever, gentlemen. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. 3 homers, 3 for 3, leadoff home run, 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, no runs given up. They clinch. They're going to the World Series again, 5th time in 9 years. Incredible performance by Big Ohtani. I mean, I think it as a game, just player individual, it's got to be the greatest playoff game of all time, right? To be able to do both. I mean, is there any close there with it? T? Any thoughts?
I don't know how you can. Go, Brian.
That's why it's so hard to beat the Dodgers, because they could beat you any way. You know, they could out hit you or out pitch you. It's gonna be tough for whoever comes out of the AL to beat that team.
1 run each game the Brewers scored. What an offensive performance in that light. The guy's an alien, McGurk. He's an alien.
Nah, he's unbelievable. He should be in jail, but that's another story for another time, I guess. He's the best baseball player I've ever seen. Like, the fact that you can pitch and be a Cy Young Award winner at some point, maybe in your career, at least have that level at your top of your game, and then be the best hitter in baseball at the same time. I mean, he's a top 5 hitter of my lifetime, as far as running, hitting, average, all you have to do as a hitter, and then pitching, you can get on the mound and be this overpowering son of a bitch. So yeah, he's the best baseball player I've ever seen. I hate him. I hope they lose. I hope he stubs his toe and he's hurting and can't walk, but he's an unbelievable baseball player.
He was struggling too. He was like 2 for 25. At some point, you're like, it's not going to hold up. That second home run he hit, oh, good God. He hit that like literally over the rim, like 469 feet.
I was shocked when it only had that low of a total. I was like, that must have gone freaking like 500 and something feet over the roof.
The sound on his bat is just a little different. Let's put it that way. And then tonight we got Game 6, Blue Jays, Mariners. Mariners trying to go to their first World Series ever. I wouldn't mind a little West Coast bias, a little Dodgers, Mariners, but I think the Blue Jays give the Dodgers. I think the Blue Jays would push the Dodgers a little bit more. That would be my thoughts with it. I think I do like the Mariners offense, obviously, too. Cal had a massive home run there. But we'll see. It'll be interesting if it's a West Coast, Seattle versus LA matchup. Definitely wouldn't mind that. So any projections on that one? In case we'd rather see Toronto or Seattle in?
I mean, like I said at the beginning of the series, I was like, I just wanted to see a good series, and that's what we've seen so far. Man, Cal, that was a moonball. That thing was up there forever, that home run. It might have been the highest home run I've seen in a long time. Man, I'm really rooting for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I really like him, but I like Julio. I like more guys on Seattle than I do on Toronto, so I'm pulling for Seattle.
What do you got, Brian? Seattle or Toronto finishes off?
I hope Toronto gets in. They win the next 2 and get into the World Series. I don't know. It's just, Toronto seems like they would have a better shot to beat the Dodgers than Seattle.
The Cal Raleigh thing is interesting too, because you talk about Ryan. Hope everything's good there. Well, the Sharks might make loser of the week this week. They might
win a game all year.
They might make it, Ryan. Also, hope you're doing well, my friend out there. Yeah, no, I get it. Screw LA. They got the roster on that side of it, all that stuff. But I don't know. I just think with Cal Raleigh, we talked about Ohtani doing the hardest thing. I mean, somewhat what Cal Raleigh's doing one of the harder things too. You're catchy, you're switch hitter, you're hitting bombs. I mean, that was his clutch a home run from a guy who's like down 1, 8th inning. All right, here's our guy up, and he delivers. That was his first swing right-handed of the series too. and he hits a home run to tie it up. Pretty impressive to do that on that side of it. So I saw this video. It was back from Koufax was pitching with the Dodgers, and they call this a ball. I just want you to watch. This kind of cracks me up on a check swing. I don't know if anybody saw this week, but there's a World Series versus the Twins. Here's a
Who's
check.
that freaking nerd? He looks like my science teacher.
Chris Sabo's dad. Here we go. That's it.
1-2. Half swing, he held up. 2-2.
Half swing, he held up there.
Is Koufax laughing? Rewind that.
1-2.
It's like a full swing.
Half swing, he held up. 2-2.
I just thought that video was great. I was like, swing. I was like, literally.
Hey, could you imagine what Bryce Harper would have done?
He would have killed that one guy. He would have killed him.
Do you
on that
remember
one.
that? When Bryce Harper went psycho and threw his helmet in the crowd? Remember that?
That
Did I
was so
remember
funny.
that check swing?
No, I remember that. Yeah,
No, that was the opposite, where he didn't swing and they said it was a swing.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like,
good old Angel Hernandez got a little chewy out. Ryan, here's my video. You probably saw this post game. This is Dave Roberts answering your question about the luxury tax and all that garbage. Here's Big Dave Roberts answering it for you.
They said the Dodgers are ruining baseball. Let's get 4 more wins and really ruin baseball. Let's go.
What is it? Is he doing like a WWE wrestler heel turn? Like, I don't understand.
Maybe he is. He's let's really ruin it. He's really
let's ruin baseball. Like, that's my goal as a manager, to ruin baseball. Like, I know he's being sarcastic, but just like the words coming out of someone's mouth as a manager of a baseball team, let's ruin baseball.
Well,
I was blown away by it. I thought it was stupid and looked bad. It was in my losers of the week. But
Dave Roberts is winner of the week, I would say.
Let's ruin baseball? I think that's such a bad look. That's almost like a fightable offense. Let's ruin baseball. If I went and started talking shit about my company, again, it would not go with other people and like outside, it's a stupid thing to say.
I might say call the way ambulance on this one. That's what I might say, Mr.
Let's ruin baseball. It makes no sense. It's so stupid to even acknowledge.
Oh, these poor Giants fans.
No, I don't even. It's not that he's the Dodgers. The Dodgers are really good, and I don't think they are ruining baseball. It's the main thing.
I know. I'm just busting.
That's more my issue. Also, I think it's great the Dodgers.
You think we should get into another debate? Who's the best child actor again? That was really good.
You didn't even contribute to that. You could have contributed. You're a Terminator guy. You didn't even throw the boy in there or anything like that. Come on, Johnson.
I didn't want to go there. But I was going to give a nomination, Beans. But I thought
I didn't want to offend.
Pocket taste and not look anything like him.
I think Charlie Conway gets a little throw out there too. If we go back to that conversation. All right, so they go. We got baseball today. We'll see if the Mariners can finish it off, make the World Series, and we got a West Coast World Series that will start up next week with it. So those are kind of our big news stories from the magical Ohtani. The Niners, can they get bounced back tonight? And can the Raiders
we do it just for Darren and Casey?
Just for me. And then can the Warriors go 1-0 against the LeBron-less Lakers on Tuesday night? We'll find out. We'll overreact next week to Warriors for week 1. They're 2-0. NBA Finals is here. They look great.
They're 0-2. Fire Steve Kerr.
Oh yeah, it could go
Fire Steve Kerr.
Could go the other way too.
Can't wait.
Right.
Trade Kuminga.
Get rid of him. He's a loser. We don't want him. All right, winners and losers of the week. Brian, where do you want to get us started with?
I'm going to start with loser of the week. This is why people don't like Aaron Rodgers. The guy's trying to give you a hug and you're telling him to get away from you. You're like the guy from The Replacements, the cocky quarterback that says, "I'm going to give you a quick kick." I mean, that's Aaron Rodgers in my mind.
I always feel like whenever you can take a good shot at Aaron Rodgers, you're on top of it. That I agree, right? I feel like whenever you can take a little low shot at Mr. Rodgers, you're gonna do it. It's a hanging fruit. You're right. He's not the doesn't seem like the nicest, the easiest guy to have a conversation with at times. It does come across like that with it. All right, Case, what do you got, loser of the week?
This one's a little tough, but not really. Bill Belichick can't get right, man. Even against Cal, you think you're gonna have a touchdown to win the game, and the guy punches it out at the 2-yard line. Just to see Bill's face, I'm like, God. After all the Raiders demise, they always say misery loves company. Well, that's damn true right now. I hope that guy goes winless for the rest of his career.
Do you think his girlfriend ripped
It's
on the
really
team in the
weird
locker
with
room?
that girl that he's dating. He's trying to get into the Cowboys, and she starts talking about it. The whole situation is really weird. Doesn't
Brian, it's one of the oddest things I've seen. It's like, like honestly, I agree. Like, it is a weird deal. Like, I'd be like, I can't even imagine my daughter saying, "Dad, I'm bringing home a 74-year-old man." Like, what? Yeah, I know. I can't even.
What if it was Sean McVay?
I don't care who it is. Like, what are we talking about here?
So you wouldn't approve?
I would not approve it. But he's a 7-time Super Bowl champion or whatever.
But he has a 6-year plan.
Yeah, to live. Yeah, exactly. So I don't. I agree. That's the weirdest thing in the whole world. That's a good loser of the week. Tyler, what do you got?
I had Dave Roberts. We already talked about it. Big loser.
Can I throw out the Brewers' offense? My God, I'm sorry, but that just is terrible. Terrible to go. And I think loser of the week. They were winners of the week, but they're also losers of the week because of Bay Area thing here. We got the Forever Giants and Forever Niners. Jake Moody comes through for the Bears, and then you have Blake Snell, Forever Giant. So a one-hit game against the Brewers there in game one. Forever Giants, Forever Niners come through for the other teams this week as well. So that's a little bit of loser of the week, just the kind of a flip side to that too.
Blake Snell did say that pitching for the Giants was the greatest year of his career as far as development.
Well, you developed him for the Dodgers. Well done. You developed him well for the Dodgers. That was well done on that side. Brian, what do you got for winner of the week?
I got one more loser. The local team that's out here, Anaheim Angels. How do you let Ohtani go without trying to get anything for him? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they probably could have got something for him in a trade. They probably could have got something for him in a trade out there. I heard they might get Pujols.
And then it's double. My winner of the week is Ohtani. I mean, the guy, he's just unreal. Greatest playoff performance. And also, Patrick Mahomes, it looks like he's back, bro.
He's back and better than ever. Is that what you're saying on that side? He's back and better than ever. He did look damn good. I will say that.
It's going to be a tough Sunday today.
Tough Sunday. Max Crosby's coming for you, Patrick. He's coming for you. We're going to get you. Bowers out. Who cares? Grandma Bowers will be there. We'll appreciate that. What do you got, Casey? Winner of the week?
I got Louisville over Miami. Huge win in Miami against the undefeated Canes. Their defense, the interception, the last one, that was unreal.
Carson Beck was not. He was awful that game. He was not good.
It was like that guy that threw like 5 or 6 interceptions in that whatever that I'm talking about. It wasn't Testaverde, but the old Miami quarterback.
Dorsey.
No, it wasn't Dorsey. It was in the championship game. He threw like 5 or 6 interceptions. Brian, you know what I'm talking about, right? It was like all they had to do was like they were still close in the game. I think it was against Oklahoma. I can't remember.
Bernie Kosar? How far are we back? Are we going here? This is right
from the 80s.
Kosar.
That's when Jimmy Johnson was there.
That's what I said. I've been a fan since Vinny Testaverde, and it made Darren laugh. And he said Vinny Technicals.
I thought you were going Brock Berlin in the early 2000s.
That was a big time win, I think, for the program. I mean, especially Jake Bronk, like I mentioned earlier, that XFL old quarterback. It's kind of funny to see him back in the game. But yeah, I was like, I know that name, and then they're like, and then they showed the picture of his neck's like sideways. I was like, yep, I remember that guy. So.
Well, that's a good one though for Louisville because that was a big win for them to get that a few upsets yesterday along the way. Whose mic is that that's going off the hook? So who's Tyler?
scribbling
Right.
something.
Something
He
over
had the
there.
guilty look.
That's what I'm doing.
Somebody's mic's up. Let's see. I think it's right. What do you got, T? What's your winner of the week?
I had the opposite of Brian. I had Aaron Rodgers as winner of the week. He's on pace for 40 touchdowns at 41 years old. Just a big winner. I have a couple. A big noon kickoff. What a fun show. I was shocked. First time I tuned in, I was like, man, this show is off the rails. They're jumping in pools. At the end, the mascots are doing belly flops from like 60 feet in the air into like 2 feet of water. I was like, the liability they have on this show is insane. So I enjoyed that.
That's one Portnoy's on now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
man.
important. Yeah. The rookie class in the NBA looks good, like it could be special. Flag looks like Ben Simmons, what we thought he would be, like 10 years into his career, do everything, can score. But Flag as a jumper and seems like he's a little more competitive, cares about the game. And then Dylan Harper looked good. Ed Scum looked good. Reed Shepard is a second-year player for the Rockets. Had a good It's all preseason. Not that important. Then another winner. Last
theme song from NBC for the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good winner, Brian. And then the Mormons and BYU, they win a big football game. They have the best college basketball prospect I've seen in a long time. This kid is unbelievable. AJ Dybonsta. He looks like KD, Michael Beasley. As far as a college player, I don't know how he translates to the pros. This guy's 6'10", can shoot threes, and he's going to rebound, and he's going to be a beast. How they got him into BYU is unbelievable.
They won the Holy War last night. They beat
won that football game.
They were at that all blue. I don't know if this is winter week, but like the baseball saying, right? You go to a baseball game, you see something every time that you're not expecting. This was like honestly the oddest play I think I've ever seen in terms of adult. I mean, I don't know what Teoscar Hernandez was doing.
And Muncy skies one to center field, hit well. This one's got a chance. Freeland going back to the wall. He leaps. It's in and out of his glove, but he caught it. And now chaos on the bases. Might have a play at the plate. The throw. Not in time. No, he's out. He's out. It's a forced play at the plate. And he is out.
I mean, honestly, one of the so basically it bounces off the wall as he's catching it. They get the force out at home from 408 feet away at home plate, and then they get a force out at third base. I mean, just one of the craziest double plays I think I've ever seen. I think it's the only time it was like a 8-2, 2 put out. Like, I mean, just one of the weirder plays you'll ever see. Great play by Frelick in center field just to even get to the ball there in general. So I don't know, kind of just one of those crazy plays that you see in baseball that you weren't expecting. So winner of the week to craziness in the postseason.
The worst base run. This is got to be the worst base running I've ever seen since like Ruben Sierra, or what the guy that was not
Ruben Rivera.
Ruben Rivera.
I don't know what Teoscar's going to do.
All he had to do was just stay on the base until the second bobble catch, I guess. I mean, you're just tagging up. Like, I don't even understand why he went halfway in the first place.
No, once you touch the ball, you don't even have to wait for it to hit the wall.
But that's
the
what
guy
I'm saying.
bobbles. That once it hits the ball, the glove the first time, you can tag up.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand what he's doing, but it looked like the catcher was the only guy in the field that knew what was going on when he ran the third base. It was like the center fielder's like, "What the hell's going on?" that was ridiculous.
So that was my winner of the week with that one. Yeah, that was just some odd base running there. So we'll see what happens when finish it out.
I would have loved to see you or Tyler and Darren on the third base coach. What the hell are we doing? Come on.
What are we doing over here? Somebody tag up around here. Getting Eric Burns flashbacks as we did last week with the Eric Burns flashbacks and Miguel Tejada flashbacks. All right, gentlemen, good show this week. We'll be back next week. Maybe Terrell will jump on with us. We'll see where the Niners are. Let's see where the Raiders are. Can the Raiders get a upset? A big win for the Niners. They go to 5-2 here, home game on prime time. See if they play well, and we'll see if we get any more upsets during the week, and we'll see. Warriors Chalk Talk next Sunday for Johnson. We'll get into that a little bit too. So
the Lakers win and the Warriors lost.
You son of a how can we do? Unbelievable. All right. You're